it's Easter. Pretty cool, huh? I wanted to make a video giving a defense against one of the claims against Christ's resurrection. It is generally noted by even atheist scholars that one of the most certain facts of history is that Jesus was crucified on a cross by Pontius Pilate. There's too much historical evidence to prove that to be true. But these people will definitely push back against the resurrection, because obviously if Christ resurrected, then that would mean he's God. One of the common objections that you will hear is that the disciples, they just kind of made it up. They were just lying about it. Now, I think that is just flat out a stupid argument. There are multiple accounts in the Gospels, Jesus appearing to the disciples. And in 1 Corinthians 15, it said, after that, he, talking about Jesus, appeared to more than 500 of the brothers and sisters at the same time, most of whom are still living, though some have fallen asleep. The argument that I want to make, though, is that if the disciples were just flat out making this up, I think that would be a very dumb thing to die for. People die for what they think is true, but at least with my limited knowledge, I don't know of anybody who has died for something that they know to just purely be a lie. They know that they're lying to people, and they know that they're getting persecuted for it, and they're just gonna testify with the threat of death that what they claim happened actually did. You know what you see with cults when they get under heavy persecution? They get up and leave to nicer places. Mormonism went from New York to Utah, I guess because they allowed polygamy or something. Islam, they went from Mecca to Medina. They traveled to places where they were not as heavily persecuted, and they built themselves up from there because their beliefs would not have been challenged. Christianity started and stayed in a place where they were heavily persecuted. That isn't something that you see with cults, even modern day cults. They get up, make little communities, and go away where they can't be interfered with. That is the difference between Christianity and literally everything else. People testifying under death that they really did see Christ after he died bodily. And there are obviously multiple other arguments that are against it. People say that the disciples, they hallucinated it. If you want a really good video going over the historical evidence of Christ's resurrection, check out Inspiring Philosophy's video. It's like 40 minutes, but if you have the time, definitely give it a watch. This video is obviously not going to be 40 minutes. At the end of the day, the reason why this topic is so important is because our faith lives and dies on whether or not Christ really resurrected. You know, Easter bunnies aside and all that, there's that deeper meaning, you know, that this is truly a special time of the year of remembrance of what Christ did for us.